Hello and good morning and happy Thursday. We are new streaming network WGSN-DB going solo network radio. Welcome to your Health Vibes with Elana. I'm your host today, and today we will be, I can't even talk because I'm just so excited. I just got overly overwhelmed. My journey is to raise your heart, body, and soul vibes to the next level so you can transform your life today. And today, I have one of my favorites, the one, the only, my sister, Casey. Come on
Ooh,
down, my sister
big
queen.
money, big money. No whammies, no whammies.
Whoa, make some money.
Don't make it hail though, because then you get bruised. No penny throwing, okay? No quarters, no pennies,
Oh, we
just
can't really
dollars.
almost do any pennies anymore because they're taking those away.
Yeah, but that's why they're more valuable now. See?
Exactly, because we add value. All right, world. I know Casey. She is one of the most amazing human souls that I do know out there. And since I know her, I want you to know her. And what better way to explain is herself. So, Casey, can you come on down and tell us a little bit about yourself, Queen?
Hello, world. Hello, interwebs. My name is Casey Jade, and my story started on a Tuesday in 1987. No, I'm just kidding. I am one of Elena's amazing soul sisters. We met in this women's connection group and instantly just vibed together. And I think that one of the things that really brings both of us together is that we are sunshine. We are both so much sunshine, and we love helping other people become more sunshine or take on more warmth and happiness and love and incorporate that into their lives. So I've been a boudoir and branding photographer based in Las Vegas, but traveling worldwide for the past 14 years. And as I was going through working with my clients, I kept hearing the same limiting beliefs pop up all the time. I'm the least photogenic person you've ever worked with. I'm going to break your camera. I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh.
And I realized that there's so much deeper underlying into that
Mhm.
than my photo shoot can help. Like, I can help you have something to remember how you felt in that moment, but changing the core belief is so different. So I went on my own total whole journey, realizing that a lot of my beliefs were a hook to money and my self-worth and time and overgiving and conditional love. And through that journey, I realized that I could help other women find the things that were kind of stopping them from being their highest selves, stepping into confidence, trusting themselves, keeping their word to themselves. So I evolved into a money and confidence coach. I delved really deep into emotional intelligence, leadership, personal development, got a lot of certifications, and I'm just taking it all deeper now. So now I get to really show up as the sunshine like Elena is, just with my own flavor.
I love it. We are definitely double trouble. We definitely bring that sunshine together. And yeah, just Casey, I just love and adore you from the day I met you. The way that you see people, the way that you open up your heart, your soul, you truly just are incredible. And I'm just so blessed to know you. And I just want more of the world to know you. Has this been something that you have always felt as a kid or a child? Or let's go real deep, kind of like little Casey. Back in the day when you were younger, can you maybe go a little deeper with us how this kind of all started and evolved from?
So it's interesting because that's where all of our beliefs comes from, right? Our imprinting years, 0 to 7. So like growing up, I was raised by a single mom who had to have a couple of jobs to keep us afloat. She didn't have any support with family or anything. So it was all on her. She had to hold the wheels so tight. And a lot of the things that I heard when I was growing up were, we don't have money for that, or it's too expensive. And what I saw
Mhm.
was her working all of the time, never really taking any time for herself, never taking breaks. So that's what I started modeling when I was of the age to work and be an adult human. And I realized that I had some of the same things going out of my mouth. So um, it was interesting because I got into the service industry because I love making money with my personality. And
Mhm.
then I realized I didn't want to do that until I was 85. So I sat down with my mom and I was like, hey, I want to go back to school. What should I go for? And she said photography. And all the reasons, like everything that's new and unknown to us, right? We come up with all the reasons why that would be a no. Like it's too expensive. Everybody's already doing it. I'm too old. It's too hard to get into, whatever. So she bought me my first digital camera on her credit card. I
Yeah.
started college. Excuse me. I didn't even know how to turn the thing on when I took my first college class.
That's so good.
I just came in with the box. I was like,
Yep, here I am.
and thankfully there was a guy in my class who had done a lot of photography before, but he had never went to get like a degree for it. So every time he turned in an assignment, I was like, oh, I get it. Cause I'm so visual. I'm such a visual learner that I would
Me
like see
too.
it and then be kind of competitive with myself and him and be like, oh, I want to be that. And then when I took my first portraiture class and I was having my friends help me with assignments and stuff, somebody looked at the back of my camera at one of the pictures I had taken and she almost started crying and said, I didn't know that I could look like that.
Mm.
And honestly, that's where it all started because my whole life, going deep, back to circle it back, I have felt like a mix of too much and not enough.
Mm.
So my entire world now really is centered around women feeling like the Goldilocks, just enough, just the right temperature porridge.
I love that analogy. It's so visual. I just saw that and just, yes.
Because we all deserve that shit, right? Like that might be like one of the
100%.
fairy tales and such, but that's one of the ones that's I think one of my favorite morally sound ones, at least for me with my values. But it's just, yeah, that's kind of how I came into all of the things from photography to coaching and all that is just I grew up trying to overcompensate for things and people please to try to get the attention that I wasn't getting at home because my mom was always so busy and then I was alone a lot. So in fifth grade, you'll laugh at this. I'm sure something similar happened to you actually, Elena. I want to hear this too. I actually have questions, but um, I'm like, I'm interested in your experience in elementary school because when I was in elementary school, my teacher moved me next to every kid in the class and I just kept talking to and distracting the kids. So I was put in on an island, just by myself on the outside of wherever people were sitting, somewhere far away from anybody.
Oh my gosh, I love it. That's why, I mean, I feel like we literally have had past lives together. It's soul sisters, everything. Like, yes, I was always moved. I was always, I remember in sixth grade, I was called Chatty Cathy because I guess that doll, Chatty Cathy, and I was definitely moved and would always make a stink or something like, yeah, everybody would, I definitely get moved around. And then one time in my English class, I was talking so much. The guy, my English teacher sucked and he was just so mad. He's like, Elena, I'm just going to move you again to the back of the class. Yeah, I got moved to the very back.
Move me.
Move me. And then I think I said something. He's like, outside. So I think I got to go outside. And he said, you know how many people want to be in my class and you're just always talking and done. And I said, take me out. Take me out, coach. I don't want to be in the class if I can't be myself.
Tag out.
Tag out. Bye, Felicia. But no, I feel you of that is that, you know, I think it's just, we see so much in others and you want to, you know, talk and explore and we're visual and do that. So I love that you got
So much.
Casey Island.
At least I had Wi-Fi. No, just kidding. There was no Wi-Fi back then. There was Oregon Trail. Okay. Like that's what I had.
Yes. I said, we learned on that green screen. Like Oregon Trail was so exciting. Like how you're going to die. Who's in your family? What kind of crops?
I kept dying of dysentery every single time. I'm like, is this a sign?
I love that. So, you know, I know a lot of us are struggling right now. I think 2026 has been a doozy for a lot of people and a lot of things.
Fire horse.
Definitely. Can you maybe tell some people who are like struggling or, you know, it's so hard to ask for help and especially in a world like this. And I feel like your gem is you see so much in others and you make them feel comfortable. You make them, like the girl said, like, I didn't think I could ever look at myself like that. And that is your true gift. So can you maybe help her go a little bit deeper too on the people who are struggling and afraid, you know, and we're always comparing too on the media and all these things. Maybe you could give some advice because you're so good at that to just kind of help others, guide a little way.
Totally. I think that the comparison thing is insane. The fact that we're all so connected and we can just look at everybody else's highlight reel, right? Like all the good moments, everything they're proud of, all this stuff. I know that some hard things are also put out there, but I just feel like it's a disparity between the two. I think it's really toxic, and the numbers actually show that mental health in children has completely degraded because of social media. And there are so many more depressed kids,
Mhm.
that even suicide rates have risen. And to
100%
be 10 years old and to have that final of a thought,
awful.
right? So I think it's so important for us to not feel alone and to
Mhm.
feel supported, and like we're not abnormal, and that what we're going through isn't abnormal, and the yin and the yang, right? There's always the two sides. So I feel as though even though there is so much bad, there's so much good with the connectivity of us, because no matter where we are, if we find our tribe, we can really connect with them. So I think the number one thing for us in this time that we're going through is coming together. There are too many things that are trying to separate us into factions or
Yeah.
sides.
Mhm.
So I'm just a huge proponent of trying to come together in understanding, curiosity, connection, love, and that's the way that we all win. So
Mhm.
if you're feeling alone, if you're feeling isolated, if you're feeling different than, if you're feeling a sense of not belonging, number one, just ask yourself like what you love to do, right? Like
Mhm.
what makes you happiest. Even when you were a kid, like I loved swimming, I loved dancing. I grew up on rollerblades. I am more comfortable on my rollerblades than on my feet. I am like a baby deer sometimes on my own feet, but on rollerblades, I'm
You're
great, right?
killing it.
I think that especially with all of the input that we have coming in to us at all times in the United States, it gets really difficult, or we forget to take quiet time with ourselves.
Mhm.
So
That's a very good thing to talk about, I think.
my most important breakthroughs have been through breakdowns and breath work, because
Mhm.
I, as a obviously ADHD-ish child, it was really hard for me when I started getting into mindfulness to actually meditate, because without anything else going on, I found it hard for me to get where I was looking to go with meditation. So then I started breath work, and I found breath work. And that has been such a powerful experience for me, because it's been the only thing I found that can really take me out of my overthinking monkey mind
Mhm.
into what I know to be true and my higher self and my, subconscious
Yeah.
mind. So being able to have that breath. Oh,
Dad. That's from my dad.
hi,
Dad,
Dad.
you love you.
Miss you.
My dad says, "Boy, you two have said it all, and the confidence that you exude will help people out there. We know it gets tough to continue to do what you do, and the universe will be better off for you too." Thanks, Dad. Love you.
Love you, Dad. But with the breath, I can focus on. It's funny. So even with the breath, sometimes I would slip out of it, right?
Yeah.
So the thing that I found is focusing on the temperature of the breath coming in and the temperature of the breath going out, because they're actually different, and it's cool to like
Ooh.
focus.
I never really, wait, can you say that again, please?
Yeah. So during breath work, right, no
Mhm.
matter what you're doing, if it's just box breathing or if it's like a fire breath or whatever you're practicing, to stay more grounded and connected and out of your monkey mind, I try to focus not even just on the breath in and out, but on the temperature of the breath coming in and the
Ooh.
temperature of the breath going out.
I've never thought of that. That's really intriguing too, because I think so many people say, I can't do this, I can't do that, or how to show up, and just knowing there's no really right or wrong way. I think it's just showing up and actually doing it and accepting that you want to do something like that.
And we're all so different, right? So,
Yeah.
like, don't force yourself into something that somebody says is good for you, because it may be good for them. Absolutely. And that's their perception, that's their experience. But there isn't one easy button for everybody. There isn't anybody who has the same exact experience. That's why we all seek connectivity, right? To see where we do feel seen and similar to others. So yeah, if breath work doesn't resonate with you, find what lights you up. Go rollerblading, go swimming, go dancing like me.
I love
But
that.
just connect to what you love.
And you know what I love? We can kind of go deeper is curiosity. I love
Mm,
that word. And I don't think we use that enough. And I think exploring and getting to know and the connection with someone is that curiosity. So maybe we can go a little deeper on that because so many times too, we're surface level. And that's what I love you is like you see someone's soul from the beginning. It's not like, hi, am I like this? Here it is, and that's how I think you and I connected right away. And just being that friendship and finding that soul tribe. I am so blessed to have you in my life. So thank you. It's just calling those friends and showing up that way and being vulnerable. I remember, a couple weeks ago I broke down, I called Casey crying. She showed up. She never judged me. She was right there. And I think to have that and know that safety is so beautiful because we're always trying to pin women against each other or, oh, she has a problem because she did this, like, look at her, and it's never like that. So maybe go deeper, digging like curiosity in the soul, but just grateful for you and your connection and how you show up.
same girl. And I am honored that you have trust for me, because that's the biggest thing, is to really be able to trust somebody with what you're feeling or how you're experiencing life right now. Like, you don't know what somebody's going to do with that, right? So like to earn that trust in others is just like, that's what lights me up. You know what I mean? The fact that I get to be a safe space for people, like that's the best. But with the curiosity thing, it's interesting because we're mirrors for each other.
Mhm.
And there's curiosity on one side and there's judgment on the other side.
Yes.
And a lot of us, we end up judging because we end up projecting what we don't like about ourselves onto other people and then talking shit about it instead of actually looking at what's triggering us about that person and or us and or experience with someone else in the past, like whatever that is. So judgment lies over here. And then we have curiosity, right? And I look at curiosity kind of as open mind versus closed mind, or open heart versus closed heart, right?
Yeah.
Is if you are going in thinking you already know everything about a situation, or you're putting whatever story or coloring it in a way, then you're not really going in with an open mind and curiosity. So, and not to sound judgmental about going into a situation in one
Right.
way or the other either,
That's what
but
we're just, I love
right, I'm like, so just to be, but
you.
like, and believe me, it's so much harder to do any of the stuff that we talk about when we're in an emotional reaction or experience,
100%.
right? If
Yeah.
we are triggered. But if we can figure out and like slow down and slow our breath down to respond instead of react, and get curious with ourselves and ask ourselves questions. How are you feeling? Like, what is coming up? What's the actual emotion you're feeling? With others, I don't give a fuck what you do.
Right.
I care about who you are and what
100%.
drives you and what you care about and how you
Yes.
view the world. So I can't get to any of that unless I ask questions like,
Mhm.
how were you raised? Like, tell me about your
Yes.
family. Like, where do
Yes.
you, like, what do you believe? What schools of thought do you follow? I love learning about other people's perspectives because they're all just different people experiencing life on the planet at the same or
Mhm.
different time than me. So it's valuable to me.
Right.
And I think that's really like the connection piece, is just like being curious about why someone has an opinion that you may not that you may not agree with, instead of emotionally reacting at them. Just like standing back for a second, getting quiet and asking questions, maybe even to find something out you never would have known if you reacted differently.
I love that. Yeah, and I think it's like pausing instead of reacting, how do we want to show up? And I think a lot of the things too is like there's a thing called inference or something. So I think a lot of times triggers sometimes someone the way that someone looks at you is the way that your mom looked at you. So you're already
Exactly.
relating that story. And so I think too exactly instead of we want to respond instead of reacting. So why am I upset that this lady looked at me like this? But oh, my mom gave me that look, and that's her look that she's mad at me. So this person's going to be mad and recreating. So I think too, I love that you say that you have to ask questions. Why is this triggering? Why is this bothering me? Is it the person or is it a reaction that I'm having
Mhm.
instead of responding?
And that was the most interesting part, right? When I started asking myself questions about where all this stuff comes from and I did any, personal work, it was a lot about my self-worth and being valuable. And if I was only valuable if I was providing value or service to someone,
Mhm.
and that conditional love piece. So that's been a huge one. And it's funny because when I found out about the fact that money beliefs are connected to self-worth, I was fascinated because that makes sense, right? Because money is value.
Mhm.
So, like, if we don't believe in our self worth, we're also not going to believe that we deserve to make a certain amount of money or that we deserve a certain type of life or what so have you. So, it's interesting because when I got into coaching, right, that word triggered me because I was like, there's so many coaches who haven't been through what they are trying to coach on or,
Yes.
what so have you. And it just felt like the word got watered down.
Mhm.
And it's the easiest way for people to understand what you actually do is support.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, if I'm going to be a coach, like what am I going to focus on? And I found through my own journey that money and focusing on money opens up everything else because there's different personality types that we have with money and how we react to money. And if we can really lean into the strengths and the archetypes of our main money type, all the doors open up, right? Because when we embrace who we are, like we said, like nobody's the same, right? So when we embrace our own beautiful butterfly energy, we get to hone into our own values and we get to start trusting ourselves more and making decisions based on what we believe to be true and what we value in the world.
I love that. We have about another like 10-ish minutes or so. I was wondering if you want to give a little nuggets. You said, with the money stuff, there's different personalities, different things. Is there anything that you could go a little deeper on that money stuff to kind of like give someone a little sneak peek so they can like get
Yeah.
with you a little bit more, Queen? I
So
love.
I'll tell you about myself and
Okay.
my money personality journey. So my when I took there's like a primary and a secondary, and I kind of think of like your primary money type as how you show up in the world and what your superpower is. And then
Mhm.
your secondary type is a little bit of like the trauma that you carry and like but leaning into the strengths of that too. So my money type is delusional Delilah because I am an entrepreneur. So it focuses on your beliefs and behaviors with money and
Ooh,
finances because your beliefs plus your behaviors really equals your bank account. So it just means like beliefs and behaviors equals what results you're getting in your life.
right.
But it's I believe I can always make more money. I believe that I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm always like starting things. I have a lot of ideas. I'm creative. I'm just like I'm in the if I spend it, it'll come back to me kind of category. And I my secondary used to be the overgenerous Olivia, and I would undercharge and I would overgive and I would do all those things, right?
Mhm.
And as I have evolved in my awareness of myself and my
Yeah.
habits and what I want to shift or change, I became a delusional Delilah as my primary because I always am going to be because I love that about myself and it is my superpower. Um, I became more of a cheap chip, which those people are typically like accountants, they're number people. They
Yeah.
are the ones who keep things in their carts forever. They read all the reviews, they try to find the best deal. Like they really look at how they're investing their money.
Mhm.
And that money feels like safety to them. When they have money in their bank account, like that, like it's a squirrel with all the nuts, right? Like
Yes.
they feel so much safer when they have all the nuts for the winter that may or may not come or what so
Right.
have you, right? So I love that because I am then being the the I'm being the confident and excited person in the world that I am with my superpower. And I'm
Yeah.
also making healthy financial decisions for myself instead of
Yes.
overgiving, right? So like that secondary one was like what evolved a little bit.
Yeah.
So those are three of the money types. There's also spendthrift Sally. There's avoider Alice. There's hold on. There's one more that I'm forgetting. I always forget one of them, but There's like 6 money tapes, and they're so interesting. I was a kid that took every personality test as a kid,
Yeah.
so learning about that was like so fun for me.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And I love all these analogies with like names and things like that. I tend to do that too. I just said it was so hot. And so I did a little analogy of sweaty Betty, I want to be cool Kathy, or naked Nancy.
Yes. Oh my God, I love that. I love that.
So going a little bit deeper. So, talk about confidence and doing, we have about 5 minutes left. Is there any little gems that you want to leave us with? Or, I love all these analogies on the play. It's so great. Any programs, anything's coming up, any things that you start? I just would love to promote you more, or any other little nuggets that you have in closing of that.
Uh, my biggest thing, two things, right? With my overgenerous and overgiving, people pleasing has a financial cost. Okay. So if
Mhm.
you're overgiving anywhere in your life, just please look at where that may be draining you financially, emotionally, physically, anything. Number two, self trust and confidence are two very different things, but confidence is grown through self trust. So, what I mean in that is what I've seen with myself and so many of my friends and clients. We treat we treat we treat agreements to ourselves unlike we treat agreements with other people. So if I made lunch plans with you, if I needed to cancel those or shift those, I wouldn't just ghost you and then never have lunch with you again. I would reschedule with you, communicate with you, ask you what's good for you. I would make time for you. And when we start making decisions for ourselves and actually committing and being true to our word with things to ourselves, we can build self-trust. As soon as we start trusting ourselves, we naturally gain more confidence in ourselves because our body and our nervous system is able then to trust in our decisions
Ooh.
for ourselves. So that's what I would say when it comes to confidence and self-trust is just try to start keeping your word to yourself more and figure out what you really care about, what your values are.
And maybe too, like, I love that being in photography and talking about pictures and social media. Can you give us a little thing, about the confidence when someone's looking at a picture, or a better way to,
Mm.
show up that way? We're so judgmental. And so that is there, like, and that's what I love
Yep.
how you capture. Is there a few little things that you could just share on that? Oh, my dad says you need to chat a lot more than a half hour. So many people try everything in the world to find themselves. What you are saying is a paramount to living today. Oh, Dad, I love
Thanks, Dad.
you. And you shine that light, Dad. A reason I'm a lot how I am. Thank you, Mom, too. But Dad, definitely our Libra as well.
Yeah.
October 16th in the house, Dad.
Mine's
Um,
October 20th, so we're both the
yes,
Libras.
all the
Yeah.
Libras. Woo! But I think, too, just exactly finding your tribe, finding the people that show up. But yeah, with picture stuff, is there anything, you could
Yeah.
give some advice? Because,
So
yes.
most of the people that show up have the JC Penney cheesy like smile that we think we're supposed to have from school photos every year and being forced into that same school photo every year. Okay. That is not our actual smile. That's not our soul. That's not our personality. So if you can get your friends to either capture you in a candid moment, or if they can make you laugh on camera, or they can make you feel something, that's going to be the pictures that you're going to like more of yourselves. I hear a lot of people say, oh, if you take a picture of me and I know it, like I won't like it. I need one to just be like of me in the wild. I'm like, yeah, no, for sure. But that's what a good photographer can help bring out of you.
And that's what I think you definitely do. And from day one, the way that you shine, the way that someone it's not like people trust you. And that's what I love. It's not like, oh, I am on this, you show up and you said, I'm your equal. I'm here to capture you and your heart and your energy. And I think that's where you really shine so bright. And so appreciative of that. Now, if anybody wants to work with her, do something, or are you just working in photography? Are you do money and confidence coach, all of those fun things? And I know there's so many more to do with you. What's the best way, and what do you have going on so that people can get in touch?
So easiest way to find me is looking up highest self anything. So highestself.me or highestself.me on Instagram. Uh, I have a little quiz that you can take to find more about the pattern that may be blocking you. And then the best way to work with me, if you are interested in gaining some more confidence or figuring out more about your personality type, is I have a little 90-minute breakthrough where I even go into like your astrology and your human design, and I reflect a little bit of what I see in you, and we focus on maybe what's missing in your wheel of life that we could work on together or focus on to help you take one small step towards becoming your highest self.
I love that. And I love how you say one small step. I think it's just that one little step. We don't have to make such a big leap. It's just, I think the initial yes, that I want to show up and be for myself, opposed to, and I get it. I'm a people pleaser too. There's so many things. Oh, Tony. Thanks,
Tony,
Tony. Looking
hubby, good
great.
picture, Tony. Nice.
Yes. Woo. I think so many times it's so hard to, as I said, ask for help or show up. But I think the first step is saying yes to ourselves and accepting that and trusting ourselves. Because if, we don't trust ourselves, then we're not going to trust others.
That is the biggest piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love how you said that. It's so important.
And sister, would you like to leave us? Oh, actually, two things. One, I just want to give a shout out to Dolly Parton because I feel like she is the epitome of showing up for someone. She's the epitome of what we were just talking about, and such an amazing, incredible woman who just sparkled so brightly. And I feel like her sunshine and everything, like, bless her heart. It was crazy because also it was my grandma's 100. It would have been my grandma's 113th birthday yesterday too.
Wow.
So, of these amazing women who
A lot
show
of energy.
I feel very blessed because of all my grandmothers who were so strong and so different in their ways in that. But yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Dolly Parton. Bless your heart. And just like, what an incredible epitome of what we were talking about today. So can you leave us with one of your favorite quotes, sister, that you want to leave the world with? Or two or three. Libra me gives that option.
Oh my God.
How many quotes I want you to say.
Mom, I want this puzzle, but I can't decide which one. You must pick or you get none.
Right? Then I'd rather pick them than have to pick.
Yeah. Honestly, not really a quote, just a thought.
Yes.
Change. If you could focus on how much you're saying sorry in the world, that may shift a lot, and try to start asking what if more instead of why not.
Ooh, say that again one more time, sister, please.
Instead of stopping ourselves and thinking of all the reasons why it isn't possible or can't happen for you, focus on what if it could.
Oof. Boom. Mind blown. Well, I just wanted to thank you so much. I just feel so honored, and I just love you so much, and just so grateful that you guys, we could just talk for hours. So Casey will just have to be back on. So this is just part of our series of
Dad said.
Yeah, Dad said they needed more of us. So Big Rob, you got to listen to Dad, All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. You can join us bi-weekly, 12 p.m. Eastern and 9 a.m. Pacific, to begin raising your vibration, heart, body, mind, and soul. Woo! You can reach me at ef11ca@gmail.com or my website, yourhealthvibes.com. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being present, and pass this on along the way. We love you, and we will see you again. Thank you all. Bye for now.